We live on a Sunday. We are live on a Sunday. Welcome to Speculation Sunday. We got Just As Danny in the house. How you doing, Danny?
Hey, I'm doing good. There's so much stuff coming down with D23 right around the corner.
It's crazy
As
that
I choke, as I'm.
that's how good the news is. Danny can't even talk.
I like immediately inhaled and was like choking, dead.
Oh man. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Speculation Sunday. Before we get anything started, Danny, do you have any upcoming content? I know you were filming podcasts. Where are you at? Let people know where they can find you. What's on the horizons from you?
Yeah. So I had a new podcast come out 4 days ago. So that was I had taken a week off from being sick. So definitely go check that out. This week I teased at the end of the last episode on, and for those that don't know, the podcast is called the 5571 podcast. But I teased that this week's episode was going to be all about D23, and it is. So I actually went to the Anaheim Convention Center today to film a video for the YouTube channel about some prep for D23. There's a lot of new things this year, and I actually wanted to talk about some of it on this show since we've been talking about kind of prepping you guys too for D23 on Speculation Sunday as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that later in the show as well too today. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Just Ask Danny, and then my podcast 5571. It's going to be all about D23 this week, and so will the YouTube video. I mean, there'll be some Disneyland stuff in there too, but it's mainly about D23 because there's a lot of stuff changing this year, especially with will call and shuttles that have to take you to the Honda Center. So we'll be talking about that.
Mm-hmm. It never ends. D23 could be 3-hour video, literally a 3-hour video, and it could all be started off with, it will be a disorganized mess. We just don't know where that mess will be.
Right.
There's always a mess up in D23 somewhere. We got Nexus Fuel dropping a super chat. Damn, Quiet Place in Soundstage 12 looking fire. It's been said that Quiet Place is in The Walking Dead. John Murdy has made that very clear. But I did have a chance to find, I went today. I had to get a picture myself. You're like, what the heck is Soundstage 12? It's the Voice Soundstage. It's like right at the bottom. Like as soon as you start the studio tour and you start going down, it's that big building on the left. Pretty much across Jurassic World. I got a chance to get like kind of a view. And this is what it's looking like. Before I say anything, what does that look like to you, Danny? Does that resemble anything of anything that like stands out in your eyes?
Frankenstein Castle.
That's what everybody's saying, man. I think it is Universal Monsters. Universal Monsters being put in a soundstage is wonderful news if it's the truth.
Yeah.
Other big thing is this is a brand new location, so they have a lot of size. They could go big. So we'll see what John Murdy and the budget to be for this house. How incredible it's going to be. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I think that's just to cut to the chase. Very excited.
Yeah. So let's. We're starting off then. I would say, Mono, let's just start off right away into HHN and Universal talk. Since you went there today, specifically around Quiet Place. I was just talking about this with Nick from Mouse Vibes. I actually really like the lineup that we have going on so far. We've got Quiet Place, we have Insidious, and we have Ghostbusters. I think that's like a really fire lineup. I always like the Ghostbusters mazes because they add a little bit of like fun and like more visual effects to them than like kind of like a break because Insidious is gonna be like really scary.
They're just trying to scare the S out of you.
dude, Insidious with the red demon, like, dude, I already know I'm gonna be walking out of there like scared out of my mind. So that one's gonna be crazy. I would imagine Quiet Place too if they can implement the the like quiet aspect of it all.
Have you seen the new movie or not yet? Not yet.
Which one?
Day one.
Day one? No, I haven't seen it yet.
So everybody loves it except me. I'm the only person. I'm the only person that just didn't like it.
But
Since we're going, are we gonna say, Danny?
no, so do you have an updated like speculation map or anything for Halloween Horror Nights?
We'll go into that. But let's get into the big announcement that happened this week. This is really not that scary. I know there's some folks out there that are like, "Oh, I'm a scaredy cat." This ain't that scary. This is just a trailer, but I want to showcase it because it is the big news. Insidious The Further.
Unusual audio-visual activity in your area.
Yeah, I heard that too. Hey, keep going, okay? No, copy that. No, I'm going to get Lisa. She's downstairs, I think.
So, what are you doing after?
Haven't thought about it.
Come on, Jade. You know we all want you to go. Plus, what good is a cast party if you aren't going to be there?
Fine. Then I'll think about it.
Alyssa, you're up. They need you for last looks.
That's me.
See you later.
They've come back to haunt you. Insidious The Further. Only at Universal Halloween.
Oh man, what do you think, Daddy?
I agree with Jennifer Acuna in the chat. If done right, Insidious could be scary AF. Like
Yeah, I agree.
It was
I agree.
it was one of the scariest mazes back then. I remember it too. So it honestly, I like the idea of this. Like, there's always like the one franchise that's like super scary, then like the one that's kind of, and then the one in between. So I feel like we have a good mix of that this year. I'm still bummed that we don't have Five Nights, but I'm happy with Ghostbusters as like the kind of the fun one.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about Insidious, Mondo?
This trailer didn't do it for me, but when I read the description, that's the one that won me over, Danny, from the media. Let me see if I could bring it up real quick, just to. It says, guest journey into Insidious The Further begins as they step through the iconic red door, where many of the tormented spirits and demons from the franchise await. Determined to ensnare humans and steal their souls, fans will come face to face with the red-faced demon who will attempt to lure them into his lair. The grim key face, hoping to lock his victims in the dark dimension. The ghastly and dangerous Bride in Black, the vengeful spirit of the man who can't breathe. As guests make their way through the haunted house, they'll go from red door to red door, traveling deeper into a dark and timeless astral world where they must evade this collection of sinister creatures at every spine-chilling turn, or their souls will be trapped forever! forever. I feel like I could have just read that as the trailer to this house, and it would have done a better job than this.
I mean,
trailer.
honestly, Mondo,
That's just my
all the trailers
opinion,
have
Danny.
been bad.
That description hyped me up way more than this trailer ever did, dude.
The trailer for the Ghostbusters one was bad too. It's not.
Yeah, it
they're not
was.
very good.
But like you said, Jed said, this maze can go hard. There's some very scary creatures. The first Insidious is pretty wild and honestly crazy. It's a crazy ass movie. This is the facade. This is at Curious George parking lot. There is one thing to be said about this year's facades, Danny. They didn't go cheap on nothing. Look at this facade. This thing is beautiful.
Dude, show us. Go to the next facade and show us Monstrous 2, dude.
Dude,
I couldn't believe that when you showed us that. I was like, oh my god.
This looks like a movie set right there. Look at that.
that legit looks like something they would put for like a ride entrance.
Yeah, like this facade is here for 20 years. Like,
yeah. I was like, man, they are not scrimping out on the budget at all.
Yeah.
So
they're
excited,
going hard, dude. They're going hard. And where's the other one? Where is it? Did I not post? Oh my gosh, I didn't post. Gosh, I should have posted. Let me see. Hold on. I just got to scroll back a little bit. I was there not that long ago. Dead Exposure. They didn't go cheap on this either. There's a freaking van in the front and holes. And there's already storytelling in this scene. They're doing a great job. I'm very excited. I feel like facades are always kind of like a telltale of how things are going to play out. And, I'm not the most ecstatic for the lineup, but facades and seeing it in person, I'm very excited. They're putting a lot of effort, and that could only mean that they put effort inside the maze too.
So, if you could, Mondo, go to the Halloween Horror Nights page, and more importantly, where you buy tickets.
Halloween Horror Nights tickets. Oh, let's take a look. What do you want to show?
See, look at that. Imagine that in a maze, Mondo, coming at you. That's gonna be scary.
This is terrifying, dude. That's the last thing. When I posted this picture on my Instagram, I got like a warning. I was like, "What the heck? This is not even not even bad. It's just the lipstick demon."
So I wanted to point out. Yeah, go to tickets on sale now, and then go to Universal Express, and right at the top there, and then click the next button. So we are officially sold out for opening night of HHN.
Ooh, dang! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it had just sold out. Although last I checked, Universal Express Unlimited was still available. Let me check.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
we're still available. We're still available for Express Unlimited, but we are not available for regular Express. So if you guys are still waiting on trying to go opening night, you got to purchase your early access. Your right now you don't have Express, so you got to pick Express Unlimited. So you got to spend another $40. And not that long from now, Express Unlimited will sell out too. So it's going to be selling out that weekend right away. So if you guys are waiting, try to buy when you can. Right now, early access isn't sold out, but Mondo knows that was like the first thing to sell out last year.
Yeah, these are going to sell out. But I think people are still kind of waiting, seeing the full lineup. But yeah, these early entries are going to sell out. They kept selling.
I'm glad I bought my Express already because now it's sold out.
Yeah, you can't even buy it. I wonder if the RIP, are people buying it? I don't know. Let me look. Thursday. Okay, there's RIPs. Saturday. Everybody. Oh, look. Saturday only has one time slot left of RIP. Damn.
Yeah, you gotta do a like end of July, mid-July update, Mondo, and see like what's available still. That'd be a good video.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people don't know.
Did you hear about the fiasco that happened in Orlando? That frequent fears with Express were selling out. Did you hear a little bit about that?
I didn't. I just knew that they were. I saw that they posted about it. Um, I didn't even know that they had frequent fear passes with Express. That's
I
crazy.
I know. I feel like that wouldn't work in Hollywood because everybody
Yeah, I
would
don't.
buy only that.
Hmm.
It would kind of take away from.
You can buy Express, right? Like, let's say you have frequent fear, Mondo. Like, if Express is available that night, like in park at the when you first walk in, you can you add it on to your experience that night?
Yeah, sometimes I'm not even exaggerating. Sometimes it's like $50 to $75. Some other nights, like Friday, Saturday, Sundays, it could be 125 to like 200. Like Express varies so much throughout the seasons, but you can add it to your frequent fear. That's really cool. I've always felt that was a great addition. And just a hot tip to give out. I know this is like way early. If you have a frequent fear and you like truly want to do express, wait till that 11 o'clock express that they sell. That one is the one that's like $45, and it's express from like 11 to like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. whenever they close. That's always a great. Oh, if you could be there late, it goes a long way. Um, all right, Danny. Anything in particular that you wanted to get into right away as Speculation Sunday?
Well, before we leave HHN and Universal, did you have the latest speculation map at all, just so people can get
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
visual of like where these are?
My
Because
bad.
not everyone knows like where the like the voice stage is or anything like that.
Yes, it is HN Nightmares. Where is it?
While you're
There.
pulling that up, Mondo, we have Jamie Lynn, who's been a member for 18 months. She has a question. Says, "Happy the Speculation Sunday." Question: Why do the IP houses are the only ones that get trailers? I think if they did them for the originals, it would build up more hype.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I would have loved a Monstros trailer, the Cadejo, Chadro, Kukui.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Knott's does
would.
this, and it does a good job of building up hype for it.
Yeah, not every trailer is original. Yeah, no, I totally agree, Jamie Lynn. I feel like they have done original trailers, but yeah, this year they're just focused on IP. Every time we get a original maze so far, it looks like it's AI art. So that's kind of the effort we're getting on that. But I agree, Jamie Lynn. Thank you for 18 months. Um, all right, this is it, Danny. This is the speculation map. This is credit to HN Nightmares. This thing has been a little too accurate. Not that that's wrong, I guess, but it's just kind of weird because usually these things are not that accurate. But what's remaining is those top left right here. Uh, there we go. The sound stages. Those are the ones that are left, and that house right here with the pig and a chainsaw, which most likely Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess. And then scare zones, obviously, and then the possible Purge show returning. Um, there's been a lot of rumor, Danny, that the Weekend is coming back. How do you feel about the Weekend coming back? If he does, did you like the previous Weekend maze? Where do you stand with that?
Um, I liked the previous weekend maze a lot. It was great. Like I said, it was a really cool theme for the lower lot with the bar and the maze. But um, I feel like whenever we have Ghostbusters, Universal really like goes hard with that franchise. So I have a feeling the bar on the lower lot by Jurassic World is probably going to be Ghostbusters themed. Like that's just my gut feeling that they're probably going to go that route. So I don't know if they have like the weekend if it's like going to be competing that well with like the mazes that they already have. So I don't know, maybe. But what do
I
you
liked the
think?
Weekend Maze too before. I loved it. It was always
Yeah.
fun. Uh, yeah, the Weekend's just going to take over the whole lower lot. Doesn't even matter what the other mazes are. He has such a humongous fan base. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the T-Pad House announcement. Hopefully it'll be good. Texas Chainsaw Massacre good. That's what everybody keeps telling me. Weekend is a one and done. I think that's what Mr. Disney King was trying to say. They might want to change it because now Universal Monsters is definitely going to be Soundstage 12, not Soundstage 15. Then the Weekend remains in Soundstage 15, like he did last year. Hold, I got a little Maxaroni over here. Hey, little butt. He got his first haircut. This guy.
First haircut.
Yeah, he got his first haircut, and he did really good. All right. Hold on. Which one?
Oh, you got your Monstros shirt on.
Yeah, I got the Monstros. All right, Maxaroni. But everybody keeps telling me that there will be an announcement this coming week before Midsummer Scream. So, what house gets announced in Midsummer Scream beats me. I don't know what John's going to do that day. But let's move on, Danny. I want to get into Disneyland, or before that, is there anything specific that you really wanted to talk about for today's speculation?
Yeah, it's in the title, so we wanted to talk about D23 a little bit, and some of the things coming that I'll discuss in a little more detail on the podcast and video. But I just wanted to bring to someone's attention because a lot of us were kind of left with like questions surrounding D23 and like the ticket situation.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the website,
D23.
And then just go to the
organized
ultimate
event. Danny, they're calling it just D23 this year. It's not the Expo.
Yeah, not the Expo.
All right. What do you want to show?
Events or the transportation, actually.
Dude, why aren't they creating a bunch of content on all of this, like video form?
So the map. Download the map on that thing. That way you can see it bigger. Big. There we go. All right. So this is kind of what I wanted to bring up. So there's two things, and I actually talked about it with my Alyssa, who's in the chat here as well. But so for those that are going to D23 Expo, some of you might have received your tickets this last week. I did myself as well too. I'm only visiting the Honda Center one day of the 3-day weekend. I'm going on Saturday for the theme park panel, obviously. But I'm not doing Friday and I'm not doing Sunday. I'm just doing Anaheim Convention Center on those days. So when I received my ticket, I actually received only the tickets that were for the Anaheim Convention Center by themselves. I didn't receive my Saturday ticket, which also includes Honda Center. But the confusing part about it all is that Honda Center itself will be its own separate ticket because it's through Ticketmaster, right? Or like that kind of app. So you're going to get an email with like a digital ticket, much like you would use when you're visiting a concert, because you're going to a Live Nation venue at the Honda Center. It's going to be like functioning just like a concert when you're going there. So you're going to have your digital ticket. You're going to show them. So that's totally separate from D23. But if you had a day that you were going to both the Anaheim Convention Center and Honda Center, those tickets, weren't received by anyone. And the letter that we received in the mail with the other tickets said basically that the tickets that had Honda Center as well would come at a later date closer to the event. And if they didn't come closer to the event, then you would have to pick them up in will call. Now, every guest that's coming from international locations, which is quite a few for D23.
It's a lot of people, dude. People from all around the world travel to D23. Like, I talk to people all around the world at D23s.
People that are coming from international locations, they don't even get the option to have the tickets sent to them, so they're going to will call regardless.
No matter what.
If you've ever been to will call in the past, it's not very big, but it doesn't really need to be, right? Because it's not like too many guests that need to go there. And typically they open it the day before. So like D23 is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that Thursday will call will open and be available for people that need it. So in the past, they've done will call, like I think last year they did it in like ACC North, which is the new expansion that they built on the Anaheim Convention Center with those new the new parking structure and the new convention rooms, which last year they used just for like wait areas and queue areas and stuff like that. But they used one of those for will call. And then previous years before that, the actual box office at the arena, so that round part, the round dome part in the navy blue area of this map, there's a box office there that kind of juts out from the bottom of that. That is where the box office is. So right there across Mondo from Car Park 1, where the dome is at the top.
Got it right here.
Yeah. So that little part that juts out at the bottom, that's the box office. That's typically been the will call in the past. And Car Park 1, that's actually Anaheim, that's ACC North, Anaheim Convention Center North. That's where will call was before. Well, this year, if you look at the map, you can see will call on the legend is highlighted as the teal blue area on this map, which is the Anaheim Hilton. So Disney is indicating that the whole Anaheim Hilton hotel is marked as will call. I think, typically D23, as fun as the event is every single year, I've been to every single one since 2009. It never goes off without a hitch. There's always something.
There's always something. Always.
There's always something,
Always.
but it's still fun. But it sounds like this year, the big issue that everyone's going to have a problem with might be tickets. I have no idea why they didn't send everyone their tickets that have Honda Center addition to the convention center days. But it sounds like everyone's probably going to have to go to will call, which is not ideal because that means that there's going to be thousands of people going to will call and there's going to be really long lines. And they probably anticipated this because I can't imagine why else they would pick the huge Anaheim Hilton as being the will call location for D23. So my best recommendations would be if you don't get your tickets before the event via the mail in some capacity, you're going to want to show up Thursday if at all possible. And you're going to want to pick up your tickets so you don't have to deal with this on Friday. The last thing you want to do is waste half of your day trying to get in a huge line to get your tickets from will call.
Possibly over 10,000 people trying to do this.
Yeah, my Alyssa, who's in the chat, she was the first. She was one of the first ones that kind of noticed this because she got her tickets pretty quick, and she actually called the guest services number listed on the letter that was included with our tickets. Which, by the way, let me get that really quick.
Melissa said, "I hope we get our badges for the ones with Honda Center panels before the event, because I don't want to deal with will call. Nobody wants to deal with will call."
Yeah, so I got my tickets for Friday and Sunday. So here they are, the badges. These are NFC, so they you just you just tap them on the different areas to get in, and your ticket is built into it on the side. But this is for only the convention center, and that I have Friday and Sunday because those are the days I'm going. But we also got this letter inside talking about what we would have to get for our things. And so it says here, for guests attending the shows at Honda Center, your digital and print at home tickets were separately emailed to you and will provide you information. But it also says at the back of the there was a number on here somewhere for guest services. And maybe it was via email, but my Alyssa had the phone number, and I'll post it on my video too, and probably I'll post it on Twitter. But there is a guest services number, so if you feel like you want to talk to someone about it, and you haven't gotten your tickets yet, and you just want to clarify that you are going to be the one that has to go to will call, you can call that number. My Alyssa was told when she called that number that they're hoping to send some of them out before the event starts, but if not, you're going to have to go to will call to pick up your ticket. So that sounds like it might be our debacle this year for it all. But I wanted to bring your attention, Mondo, back to that map again, just really quick. The main thing I wanted to showcase besides the will call.
This is what we're here for, man. I want to talk about this. It's all great.
Yeah. So if you zoom out, so Grand Plaza and the Anaheim Hilton, that's the area that everyone thinks about when they think of the convention center and D23. That's the area where all the food trucks are, where the picnic tables are, and where security's at, where you enter through the main entrance of D23. The fountains are at the front. So if you go from the fountains,
the D23 letters, big old D23.
Yeah, if you go from the fountains, Mondo, so right there where it says Grand Plaza, and you walk to the left, you remember from previous years, Normally, that area over there is Hall D23, right? That's the big
The big one.
presentation. They're in that bottom corner there of the navy blue area. That used to be Hall D23. Well, now, obviously, those presentations are going to be at the Honda Center. But I wanted to bring your attention to this because that same area that you would go to Hall D23 is now, as you can see by the map, the main D23 shuttle stop. There's a tiny little roundabout here, which I don't know how they're going to accommodate everyone who needs to go on a shuttle. But that's the main shuttle stop, Mondo. That little roundabout there that goes out to West Street, which is AKA Disneyland Drive. So the buses, I guess, will pull in here, pick up people that are going to Honda Center, go out on West, turn right onto Catella, and then go down to Honda Center. They also indicate, if you zoom out on the map, there's a secondary shuttle stop for D23, and that's on the other side, on the Catella side, right there. And that is, if you remember,
Dude,
Mondo,
Catella is going to be an S show to drive through.
Yeah.
Oh my
Catella
God.
side. This is that little area, Mondo. You know where the dome is at on Catella, and then there's that light up sign for the convention center.
Yeah.
And then right there underneath the light up marquee, there's like a little pull-in zone for like cars right there. That's the secondary shuttle stop. So according to D23, these are the only two shuttle stops that are going to Honda Center. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how queuing's going to work for that, honestly.
Dude, we're going to get like 10 to 12,000 people from here to there with these shuttles. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's a few ways you can get to Honda Center. I also went to Catella Avenue and stood literally right where that additional D23 shuttle stop is. And I just went on Google Maps and on Apple Maps. And I said, directions to Honda Center. And then I changed the driving directions to walking. If you wanted to walk, it was 59 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, that walk is not easy. It's not walkable.
And
like it is walkable, but it's not.
The presentation starts at 7. Doors open at 6. So if you were going to walk, you'd have to start like at 5. And you would have to
your feet are hurting.
You would have to walk over there. Plus you're walking under
bunch
the freeway.
Of red lights you got to cross, super dangerous.
Yeah. Underneath the freeway. Yeah. So the shuttles
are so weird. This is so weird. We're going to take these 10,000 people and put them over here.
It's weird. There's going to be so many people trying to get to the convention center. It's so you can also take a D23. You can take a D23 shuttle. You can take like an Uber or Lyft if you want to do that, or you can park there. Just keep in mind though, the city of Anaheim is currently building a massive city center completely around the Honda Center, and it's like the worst time for Disney to have picked the Honda Center as a location because like all the parking around Honda Center is just like ripped up because they're building this city center. So if you guys have ever been to Staples Center or Crypto Arena in LA, you're familiar with the area right next to it called LA Live, which has other smaller venues and like restaurants and like is like a big city center, sort of like Times Square in New York, where it's like a larger area where people can come together. Anaheim is building a very similar thing to LA Live right around the Honda Center. So it's kind of a mess there right now. Major construction all on Catella and everything. So it already causes a bunch of problems in that area. I drove by it today, and it's only going to keep getting worse, right, as we get closer to D23. So it seems like a bad time to have put it there, but I mean, they can't really do anything about it. So if you're driving, give yourself additional time. If you're planning on parking at the Honda Center, they are going to offer parking, but there's a lot of construction. So leave earlier from D23 Expo than you were thinking you were going to. If you're Ubering or Lyfting, maybe pick like an area nearby the Honda Center so you don't have to get dropped off in like the craziness of it all. Lots of stuff. So I'll be going into more detail and we'll talk about it in more detail on Speculation Sunday as we get closer.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention because the tickets.
Disney Forever dropping a super chat, celebrating 36 months of membership. Great channel, fired up. Disney Forever, fire. Thank you so much. 36 months. Oh my Lanta. We also got Johnny dropping a super chat. Johnny. Theme parks and things with Johnny. One Honda Center ticket left for 520 on StubHub in section 400. Crazy, someone is gonna buy that, but that's not too much. I honestly, at this point, I'm just watching it from home, checking everything on Twitter. Yeah, I'm just not dropping 500. I would if it included everything, but that's not the case.
Another thing too I wanted to bring up as well. Yami left in the chat, Mondo, Yami. They put in the chat, you will need a place to keep your bags since they aren't letting any bags in. That's another thing too.
Let's get into that. You're going to buy a lot of stuff at D23. They're going to give you a lot of stuff at D23. For some reason, you end up with lots of bags at D23 if you want it or you don't. It's just there's giveaways and things that you pick up along the way throughout your adventure at D23.
Yeah, so essentially you're going to
go to your car.
Put it in your car.
Probably your best advice. Go to your car, drop everything off.
Your hotel.
And then head to Honda, pretty much. Right?
Yeah, so essentially, if you're only visiting for the day, you're gonna need to put your stuff in your car, right? If you're gonna have your car parked somewhere, and if you're visiting, like if you're staying in a hotel, you're gonna want to put your stuff back in the hotel because the Honda Center is a Live Nation venue. It's a big sports venue, right? You're going to they are subject to the same rules that whenever you visit a concert, whenever you visit a sporting event, you can't bring bags in. You can bring like a little clear bag or like a little clutch or something like that, but they don't allow anything in like that. So make sure that you're putting your stuff away before you get there. I think they said, Mondo, they are going to do bag check, but you don't want to deal with that line. I don't even want to know what that line
like. You're just trying to get in a Honda Center as quickly and smoothly as possible. Because you want to get to your seat and be ready for these presentations because you paid a lot of money to go to Honda, so you don't want to miss that. We got 22 months. Jasmine, let's go. Was Speculation Sunday, 5 Flyers. Thank you, Mondo Danny, for keeping us informed. That's what we're here to do. That is what we're here to do. Thank you, Jasmine, for all your support. Did you hear about Anaheim Convention that you can't have like a camera with the lens bigger than 4 inches? You can't have like a tripod, a gimbal. You can't have all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's going to be a problem? And the reason I asked, Danny, everybody that's going to these things has a gimbal, a tripod. They're trying to film. They're trying to film this whole event. They're trying to take photos, nice camera lenses. Like it kind of takes the fun out of it for a lot of people. Because there's not a lot of people that are going to D23 Honda Convention Center just to sit there and watch everything. Everybody's on their phone. Social media accounts, websites, YouTube, TikToks, like there's a lot of content creation literally happening. So everybody's just going to be taken down to their phone. You got to use your phone. What do you think about all that?
Yeah, I think I did see that some it looks like they will allow cameras and like lenses and stuff like that. It seems like the big issue is they don't want a camera bag. And they don't want, because that's a bag, right?
Yeah.
And they don't want gimbals. And that, if you think about it, you're in a sports arena. The seating's not exactly like spaced out, right? You're kind of, if you've ever been to like the Honda Center or anything like that, you're kind of like right on top of each other. You are in stadium seating, so you're like above the person in front of you, but they still
went
want
to that center for wrestling, Danny.
Like up in your face.
I went to that center for wrestling not that long ago for WWE. Me, Hector, and Junior were like this.
Yeah,
like that's the seating you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. You don't want people with big bags, big cameras, gimbal. It all makes sense. D23, Danny, is there like one or two panels that really stood out to you that you're like, I really got to go for these? From the
Yeah, I
panel
think
list?
so. And if you want to pull up the schedule one more time, Mondo,
Yeah, I got it right here. I got it right
I think I think there's some really popular panels that are going to do really, really well. And I'm glad that you brought that up because for those of you that have tickets to the Anaheim Convention Center, don't forget that the lottery opens up tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
So you don't have to like jump in a queue or anything like that. You just have to make your selections tomorrow. And you have like, I think 2 days to do it. And then once you do it, it gets locked in. Um, and then they'll assign randomly everyone's selections like on the 2nd of August or something like that, right before the event. So, um, but essentially, if you want to go back to the schedule real quick,
Let's see. Where's the schedule? Oh, event schedule.
right there, event schedule, yeah.
There it is.
So for sure, I feel like 30 Years of Toy Story, that's going to be a popular one because I feel like people who go to this panel might get a sneak peek at the new Toy Story that Disney's talking about they're going to make.
Oh, that you're right. You're
Mhm.
right, dude. I forgot about that. Toy Story 5.
I think the one right below that, imagining the worlds of Disney animation or bringing the worlds of Disney animation to life in Disney parks. I feel like that one's going to do well. Disney Princess, the concert. I mean, they're probably going to have like, if you click on it, Mondo, do they have, does it say like who's coming?
Be our guest for a magical evening celebrating the music of Disney princesses, heroes, and yes, villains. Performed by Disney Broadway and animation stars as Disney Princess, the concert returns at D23. So I didn't go to this, but I know a lot of people that did, and they said it was one of their favorite panels of the whole event.
Dude, you have
And
last
it was
time
like a
they had,
low key one last year, Danny. Now it's a big deal.
dude, last time they had Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel, like singing Ariel. They had Pedro O'Hara, who's the voice of Belle, like singing Belle. Lea Salonga, who does Mulan, and all the other she does Jasmine, I think too, like singing the princesses live. Anika Noni Rose singing Princess Tiana, like
The actual princess is literally singing.
yeah. And then they also had like the Broadway versions of like Elsa and Anna like singing. It was crazy. So I know people who are super into that. Like this is a big deal. So I feel like that could be. But just as someone else mentioned too in the chat, I saw it. I don't know who posted it, but they were saying this is one of the presentations that coincides with the Honda Center. So if you have Honda Center on Friday night for the movies, you can't do this panel.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that are just doing convention center only, there is an advantage to that. There is some things that are exclusive to them. So,
Yeah.
and if you go back on the Saturday, I feel like on Saturday, the scroll down for a little bit. A Beautiful Tomorrow. People love the history presentations. This one is about the New York World's Fair. And that's basically where a lot of Walt Disney's most popular like things that he's ever built, like Small World and everything that were birthed at the World's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like people love this kind of stuff. It's on the archive stage, and a lot of the archives presentations are really popular because people love Disney history, especially like the fans. So I feel like this one will be popular too. And plus, it's at the beginning of the day, right when the event opens, and usually those panels are a lot more popular than the others.
Everybody's rope dropping. Real quick, Danny, we got Haunters Unite 33 months. Fire it up, Andre. Hell yeah. And then also too, hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, my Lanta. We had another member chat, and it was from Melissa Salinas. 36 months. Wow, 36. Dude, Andres, Melissa, thank you so much. Hi, Mondo, Danny. So if you had to choose between a Fright Fest and a Dark Harbor, which would you attend? The answer is very easy. Both. You attend both. You go to both. But if I had to choose my heart, I would go to Fright Fest. Just they got the Stranger Things, Trick or Treat, Conjuring, Saw. Like they're just heavy lineup. And Dark Harbor is like coming back to it, so it's like we got to see how things play out over there. But they're both going to be fun events, in my opinion. If Dark Harbor is closer to you, like very close, I'd rather just do that because Fright Fest is a far drive. But if you're like willing to do the drive, Fright Fest is worth it. It was fun last
Mondo,
year.
there's a panel on Friday, so on the left column, if you scroll down, I tell you right now, I'm doing this one right there, 2:15. Disneyland Foods, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You already know they're going to be giving us some popcorn or pretzels in that presentation, or some churros maybe.
Hey, yeah, I should.
Find me at this panel on Friday, August 9th. I will be there.
Nobody's talked about that panel. I didn't even know that existed. That's a good. That's a fire panel, dude.
Yeah, it says Disneyland Foods yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So do we get a preview of like some of the foods coming for Halloween before anyone else does? Like, I think that could be fun.
Damn, they dropped the foodie guide there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really fun panels, lots of things to look for, but don't forget, if you guys are going, make your selections starting tomorrow. Mondo was showing a little bit of that earlier before we got into the schedule, what that process looks like. You have to rank everything, including the meet and greets with the different artist signings and like the meet and greets with characters. Mylissa brought up in the chat here earlier. I don't know if you saw on that schedule, Mondo, but some of the meet and greets are for Bluey, to meet Bluey. He's going to be live at D23. Yeah. So that's going to be insane. You know, that line's going to be crazy.
One year they had the Simpson characters at D23, surprisingly.
They did.
Hold on. I'm trying.
Mylissa says, and churros are back.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, my gosh. Every time. I can't believe it's this hard for me to try to find. Oh, I got it. Let me tweet it out. I feel like I should tweet this once a day.
Dang, did I turn everyone on this chat to my secret food panel? I was hoping no one would want to go to that one.
Here we go.
Now everyone's saying, "Oh, I want to go to that one. I want to do that one."
Got it, Danny. That's my favorite. That's my favorite tweet. I'm gonna keep tweeting that until D23, dude. No, I didn't know that was a panel, Danny. That took me by surprise. Is it right here? Is it this one? Oh my gosh. Which one is it? There it is. Thanks to Walt himself, dining has always been an essential part of Disneyland experience. Join the Disneyland Resort chefs and Pam Brandon, co-author of an official Disney Parks cookbook series, to learn about the early Disneyland food scene, today's methods for concept creation and menu development of fan favorites, and look forward to the resort culinary future. Yeah, they're gonna give you guys snacks. They always
and
do.
You know what I'm hoping for in this panel, Mondo?
What's up?
I'm hoping. You know how like in a lot of these panels they always have a Q&A at the end.
Yeah.
Get ready to bring back to sound the blah 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 blah. Because I would stand up at the Q&A mic, and I would go over to the Q&A mic, and I'd be like, "Bring back breakfast at Docking Bay 7." That's what I would say.
Why did you take that away? Why?
Dude, that was like my favorite thing at Disneyland. I loved it.
I love that breakfast.
Yeah, and then Mondo would be right behind me in that panel at the microphone, and he'd say, "Bring back the Five Fires breakfast."
I know, dude. Hey, they need to bring back the fire at Red Rose Tavern. Red Rose Tavern is terrible now. And honestly, just bring churros back. Very simple. That's what I know Josh D'Amaro for. I don't know him for Galactic Star Cruiser failure. I know him for Churos Are Back. That's what I know him for.
Yeah.
We got a super chat, a big super chat. Big super chat from Johnny. Mondo, I was at the same Wrestling Monday Night Raw. WWE, they are strict with recording. They are. I try to record at the very end of that, and they boom, flashlight to the face. They didn't let me. They were strict with recording. They usually have posters of no filming. They even stopped me recording an entrance of a wrestler. Everyone check the rules and be careful. Wow, imagine they don't let nobody to record at the D23 event. That'll be crazy. I'd be so upset if I bought a ticket. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know, Johnny. I'll look into those rules this week because, we're getting closer to that. And I guess have a more detailed explanation of what you can't do, what they expect you to do. But I know what you mean, Johnny. I felt the wrath of that too. Let me see. Is there one panel that you're just like, I need to get this one, Danny? Obviously, Disney Parks and Experiences, you're guaranteed into that. But from the panels at the Anaheim,
for me, the only one was the Disneyland food. This right here, Experience ILM Stagecraft. For those that don't know, Stagecraft, also known as the Volume at Lucasfilm, that's how they film. That's that amazing new way that they film The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. I don't know if you guys have seen the behind the scenes on how those movies and TV shows are filmed, but they're filmed in front of this incredible LED screen that is so high definition that they don't even need to have sets because they can film the actors in front of these screens and it looks like a set, and it's insane. And when you're in the Stagecraft, you feel like you're in that environment. And I don't know how they're going to bring this to D23 because the setup for the Volume, aka the Stagecraft, in like the normal Lucasfilm is like crazy. So I don't know how they bring that here, but somehow they're going to have it so that you can experience Stagecraft. And I know a ton of Star Wars fans that are coming to this event. They're going to fill up every single one of those because that experiencing Stagecraft, however they make you do that, to me, that would be like blowing my mind.
You're going to be in scenes that are taken out of the Mandalorian. Like they literally happen in the Mandalorian. And I think Ahsoka too maybe was probably done that.
I personally, I'm a huge fan of Disney Lorcana. I play the game heavily. I want to go to the panel at 4:45 or 4:30 on Friday. So that's what I want to do. It's right there. I think it's one of the other stages that you passed already.
I already passed it.
You go back up.
Oh yeah, that was Talent Central right here.
Right there. Go back up.
Lorcana.
Keep going. It's on Friday. Keep going.
Lorcana. Damn, dude, there's so many panels. Jeez Louise.
Right there.
There.
4:15. Disney Lorcana trading card game, past, present, and future. And for those that don't know, that don't play Lorcana, Friday, August 9th is also when the new set for Lorcana comes out as well. So this is a big deal because it's the first day the set comes out and they're going to have a panel that same day. So they're going to share some really cool things, maybe even have some fun giveaways for audience members. And then they said they're going to talk about the future. So maybe they give us some previews about set 6. Which is this kind of early to give previews that soon for set 6 already. But honestly, that's going to be one I want to go to. But I feel like all the Imagineering, there's like so many Imagineering panels.
Yeah, I know. Did a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of Imagineering panels. Those are all going to go really fast.
Palm Tree 150 becoming a member. Thank you for joining the Fine Fires Club. I appreciate you. Palm Tree 150. There's a lot of Imagineer panels, Danny. Real quick, the big one right here, Saturday, August 10th, Danny. Let me read. August 10th.
I'm sad it's only an hour and a half.
This is only an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it freaking is.
I wanted it to be at least 2 hours.
Wait. How long are the other ones? 2 hours. 2 hours. What? What? Though, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the other panels, but this is the main event right here. The main event is 30 minutes shorter than the other ones? What in the Baba freak is going on? I have a bad feeling about this one.
No, my Alyssa in the chat, Mondo brings up another one too. That panel, she retracted it, but she said a Sunday panel called Jolly Holiday. We just lost Disney music legend, one of the Sherman brothers, right? The other Sherman brother had already passed away, and then the second one we just lost this year. It's like a tribute to his career and the music that he provided for Disney, and is basically, if you've ever sung any Disney song, period, from Disneyland or from a Disney movie from the 90s, you've sung songs from the Sherman Brothers. So I feel like that panel is going to fill up and probably be pretty emotional because
super emotional.
So that one will be really popular too. Yeah, but it's sad that the parks one's going to be only an hour and a half. Oh man.
Let me go into this.
That just means like last time they spent so much time. Here's the problem: is like last time. And I don't know if it's because we came off the pandemic and it was 2022, and so like Josh Tomorrow was like making a big deal about saying the churros were packed, and like I just don't want them to spend a lot of time like they did last time going over how successful everything's been. Like I want them to spend time like, hey, we got to get through all the stuff that's coming out. Like we have so many things to talk about. Like I don't want them to like spend 30 of the hour and a half minutes that we have to talking about like, oh, we opened up
Tijuana's Bayou Adventure in less than a year.
We had Fantasy Springs and Tokyo Disney. Like, yeah, we know, we've seen all that stuff, and
nobody wants to talk about none of that. We want the future.
Like World of Frozen in Hong Kong. Like we've seen a million videos of World of Frozen. Like I just don't want them to spend like the first minutes talking about like all that stuff. Like I want them to just go like bam, 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 right into all the new stuff. Like I want them to get on stage and be like, hey, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Just go.
Yeah, I only got an hour and a half, guys. You know, it could have been two. Could have been 2 hours, but we got an hour and a half. Let me go into that description, Danny. Hold on, where is it?
Brandy Bird says, Mondo, stop. Did they really announce Churos Are Back? I don't remember that.
No, it's real.
Did.
It's literally real. This is
they
real.
Did. Because he was going into this whole hype reel about all this stuff that had opened in 2021 since the parks reopened from the pandemic. And he was talking about all the things that had been coming back to the parks because a lot of stuff wasn't there, right? And then in the course of 2021 and 2022, it was all really about like, okay, let's get stuff back that was taken away. And like for a while, like certain foods weren't there. And so he like just randomly shouted on stage and he's like, and churros are back. And like there was like a video of someone like holding a churro or like a churro on the screen. I don't know. It was the funniest
I'll look for these video. I have this stuff somewhere. I just have to go through it.
Churros are back.
No, it's real. That's
and Mondo
real.
was just like streaming it like, this is our live stream.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. I would have to find it. I don't even know.
Mondo used to have the sound clip on the little soundboard in this thing.
Oh man, I need to get that back. I'll get on that. I'll get on that thing.
Churros are back. Remember you used to throw that out?
Yeah. Oh man, I need to get on. It's just this thing refreshed on me and I lost some sounds. All right, join us Saturday, August 10th, 7 p.m. Honda Center for an immersive celebration of Disney experiences around the world, accompanied by a special lineup of musical numbers, surprise appearances, and a few familiar faces. Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro will host this exciting showcase, woven together by the theme of music. Throughout the show, fans can expect updates on new and highly anticipated projects across Disney experiences, along with new ways for generations of fans to connect with their favorite Disney stories. Dude, there's a lot of emphasis here on music. This is only an hour and a half. We ain't got no time for music celebration. music woven storytelling. Just give us the news. Give us the updates. Josh, what? Oh man, how do you feel about they're pretty much emphasizing music on that thing? How do you feel about that, Danny?
I mean, I'm biased because you know me. I love Disney Disney theme park soundtracks.
Me too, but
So
this is D23. We got an hour and a half. We have an hour and a half, Dad.
I know, and people paid a lot of money to be in that presentation.
Hey, people pay $2,000.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that they spend at least a good chunk of the time, from the hour and a half to talk about some new things. What's beyond Big Thunder, in the Magic Kingdom? What's going on in Dino Land? Specifically, like the names of the rides, or attractions that are coming to this new South America or Central America or whatever it's going to be called. And then what's going on at Disneyland? What's the first thing they're putting in some of the new space that they're able to build into now? So,
Oh man,
yeah, Mr. Disney King says Tiana's new Bayou song gonna be performed. Bank on it. We're gonna get Special Spice live.
I'm not trying to be mean, but we don't need Special Spice live. We've already seen that in Florida. We want to keep going into the future projects, stuff that don't exist yet.
I mean, I like Special Spice, but
no, I do too.
I want to hear the future too.
I'm curious if they're gonna announce something for the Disneyland 70th anniversary celebration at the parks panel.
So let's get into that, Mondo. Let's get into that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into that. So we are now 3 days away, which, by the way, Mondo, are you planning, for everyone in the audience here listening today, are you planning on going to Disneyland on the 17th for the birthday? I know they don't do much.
I know my opinion on Disneyland birthday. Disneyland don't care about its own birthday. Why should I care about Disneyland birthday, Danny? Why should I care?
Well, they might have a little cavalcade. It's 69. You know, you got to try to go there, right? Be there the birthday the year before it turns 70.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I think I'm like 80%. I'll go and I'll live stream it.
But you'd have to be there early though, because that thing's early in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 11, I think, kind of thing.
10 or 11, yeah. So, but anyways, so we're turning 69 in 3 days. So we've got one more year. So literally a year from 3 days from now, Disneyland turns 70. So obviously we don't have enough time to have a new ride. And Disney's gonna definitely they love combining things. I talk about it all the time on this show. They love combining things to make media events for things that they've already opened. So we're obviously going to have Tiana's Bayou Adventure opening in the 70th year. So technically that's a 70th year ride because Tiana's Bayou Adventure is not opening in 3 days. So it's going to open after Disneyland turns 69. So in the year leading up to 70, it's going to be opening. So they could say that Tiana's opened to the 70th. But not only that, we'll probably get some new show, right? Some new fireworks show. We'll get maybe we'll get a new nighttime parade. The return of a nighttime parade for the 70th. And for people that don't know, and I think, Mondo, you talked about it in your update video, the construction that's starting in the Esplanade.
Yes.
You have a clip you can show us?
Hold on, Daddy. I finally found it. I went to my live stream. This is.
Oh, here we go. This is for Brandy Bird. This is for Brandy Bird.
D23. Oh my gosh. Oh, what am I doing?
Oh, Mondo, what'd you do?
Oh, a lot. Hold on, I'll find it. It's right here.
And for those of you who are eligible, we will email you a digital code with all the information you need.
It was like right by the Lion King or something. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on.
Got some more Lion King. More great news. Churos are back.
Churos are back.
There it is at 42:37. Hold on, we gotta hear that one more time.
Got some old Lion kids. More great news. Churos are back.
And people cheered. People cheered for that. People.
And you can one. Got some old Lion kids. Churos are back. More great news. Churos are back. More great news. Churos are back.
More great news. Churos are
Right
back.
there, I was like, "What the freak did he just say?" I came all the way to Florida for this guy named Josh tomorrow to tell me churros are back. It's real. It's real. All right. Haunted Mansion, the queue. Let's go to that, Danny.
Yeah, that'll be lumped in for the 70th, right? So Disney will say we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure new this year. We have a brand new version of Haunted Mansion. We have a whole new Critter Country.
Look at that, Danny.
That'll be yeah, geez, crazy.
Look at that, that's Haunted Mansion.
Crazy town.
Dude, but that's just a piece of it. Where things are currently. This was just was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. They had a lot of crew there. I kept asking, where's the concept art going? Because I can't really make out where the concept art is going. I'm guessing this is the concept art, Danny, right here. That's just my guess. It's kind of hard to make out where things are playing out. This is kind of like the graveyard, I guess. I don't know what's going. It's a S show. That's pretty much the best way to say all this. That's kind of like a wider photo. Let me ask you this, Danny. Is this project now just being lumped into the 70th? How you're saying? This ain't going to be done anytime soon.
Yeah, this isn't going to be done anytime soon. I think this is going to get lumped into the 70th. I think the new turnstiles are getting lumped into the 70th. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, whatever new fireworks show they're going to have, and whatever entertainment parade is coming back at nighttime. And if you think about that as a media event for inviting the news out, brand new turnstiles, a brand new Haunted Mansion on the exterior, and maybe some interior plus-ups we don't know about yet. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and then maybe some updates to the Esplanade beyond just the turnstiles. Like on paper, that sounds like a lot. They did so much for Disney 70th. So that's probably what I think the most that we can expect for the 70th. And then beyond the 70th, looking towards 75, we start to see some new attractions being built, right? So, but like the biggest thing that we can expect on the horizon immediately is Tiana's Bayou Adventure, a brand new Critter Country look and feel, including the new shop for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, a brand new look and feel for Haunted Mansion when that finally opens. It's gonna be a whole new section of the park. So it's that alone will make Disneyland feel a little bit different. So I feel like that's pretty much what we can expect for 70, and not much more, I would imagine.
Look at that! Don't look nothing like Splash Mountain no more, Danny. We got doors.
Yeah, no barn door anymore.
Barn door gone. Everything, and look, the top is now enclosed too. I'm a little bummed out about that top window because that's some fresh air was going in there, you know. Let's take a step back. I just love having this tweet up when we're talking about things because it's just funny. Let's take a step back, Danny.
Dodger 4040 says, Mondo, can we get a Josh tomorrow emoji?
I don't even know how to do it. Benji, are you in the chat? Can you help out with that? All right. Let's take a step back. Disney, let's just say Josh is going to say it. Josh is like, look, we just redid the whole queue of Haunted Mansion. We just did all of Critter Country infrastructure and the ground over there. And we opened Tiana's. We just did the treehouse. We just remodeled Toontown.
Turnstiles.
Turnstiles. What more do you want? We're gonna have a new fireworks show, maybe. Is that enough for the 70th? Does that feel like 70th worthy? Like, what do you think? Because I do feel what you're saying. They're gonna roll with that, dude. They're gonna roll with that.
Yeah, they are gonna roll with that. But
look,
if
we're
you think back to
beautifying things.
well, if you think back to the 60th, we didn't really have a lot of new things at the 60th either. But they introduced Paint the Night. They introduced
wow.
Disneyland Forever Fireworks Spectacular. The park was decked out in diamonds everywhere. The food introduced during the Diamond Celebration was iconic, and some of it sticks around even to this day. The Diamond Celebration was probably one of the best times at Disneyland. It was very retro focused. It had amazing merchandise. People literally couldn't stop buying anything that had Disneyland 60 with diamonds all over it. It was like the Disneyland Hotel was like redecorated to be diamond. They had diamonds, Disneyland diamonds on literally every possible surface. And it was like the most amazing celebration. And there really wasn't anything that was diamond celebration. And so I feel like if they give the celebration itself that much of a push, the way that we saw the Disney 100 celebration decor literally everywhere in the parks, but maybe a little bit more specific since this is actually Disneyland's birthday, that I think would be a successful birthday for them. And then 75 can focus more on like Avatar and things in the future that are coming. But 70 is all about making Disneyland look really good, because it's Disneyland's birthday. So, Disneyland having a brand new Haunted Mansion that looks really phenomenal, and a new queue. So there's not just a bunch of ropes taking up all of New Orleans Square. Like there's actually physical queue for you to wait in. A brand new Tiana's Bayou Adventure with a fully decked out area in Critter Country that matches the attraction. Probably a lot of beautification updates in the park throughout the year. We already have seen some of that in play right now, right?
Everywhere.
Most of Main Street is behind Scrims getting the buildings redone. I think all of this is preparation for Disneyland's 70th to make the park just look really, really good. Prep it for decorations. The turnstiles will be done, so they'll have brand new turnstiles. So it's basically like Disneyland got like a facelift, and I think that's really all that they want to focus on for the 70th. It's not necessarily like any new major thing other than Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah.
I think that's it. They maybe will take advantage of taking whatever's announced at D23 and including that in the media event as well, and being like, hey, Disneyland's turning 70. We're having this amazing celebration. All the decoration, food, new fireworks show, new Tianas, new all this. But here's a look at Disneyland's future, and then we have all this stuff that's coming. So I think that's kind of like what it's going to be about. And I feel like when you put that all on paper and talk about it like that, it seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does. Dude, they went hard for the 70th, Danny. Like, legit.
You mean the 60th?
Or, sorry, 60th.
Yeah.
I'm just going, this is an article from Disney Tourist Blog. Did the Hatbox Ghost come with the 60th?
Yeah.
Damn, Paint the Night, Hatbox Ghost, new fireworks. Jeez Louise. Dude, Carthay Circle. Man, I never see Carthay Circle get love like that. Like a little bit in Halloween time, but not like a season. Man.
It got a little taste of that for Disney 100, and that's why a lot of us during Disney 100 were like, oh, it's giving us Diamond Celebration vibes, because the Carthay Circle really got decked out for Diamond Celebration.
Damn. Dude, I remember the 60th anniversary, and you are totally right about people couldn't stop buying stuff.
Oh,
It
they couldn't
was,
stop.
dude. It was probably the most money spent ever from Disneyland fans. Like honestly, anything that had 60th and Diamond, they just bloop, bought it up, bought it up. We got a super chat. Super chat from Miss Sapphire 25. Thanks for going over D23. This will be my first time, so that was helpful. Miss Sapphire, my best advice since it's your first time, do not stress yourself out and just go with the flow. I promise you that mentality goes a long way, because when you're at D23, it's overwhelming. It's like you're just, you don't know what to do. Even if you have a game plan, you still don't know what to do. It's just overwhelming. It's it's just so like, oh, look at that, look at that. There's like 20 other things that look at that. It's just never ends. D23 never ends. But thank you, Miss Sapphire. Man, I'm just like stuck in that what is it called? 60th anniversary.
So when you go to, like, for instance, Mondo, do me a favor and go to Google.
Ready.
And then go to image search on Google.
Yeah.
And type in gemstone anniversaries.
Anniversary. Gemstone anniversary.
And then go to images.
Kind of like a chart.
Yeah. So right there, the first one, you can see 60th is diamond. They followed this, and 50th was gold. Disney followed that too. So the 50th anniversary was all about the gold, and the 60th was about diamond. According to this chart, 70th is diamond again. So. But there's a bunch of different charts. Like, different charts say different things on here. So, but I know that 50 is gold. I remember that, and I know that 60 is diamond. So who knows? Disney did follow that in terms of what they were celebrating. So we'll have to see.
I'm trying to find one that says 70. Some of these don't go up that
high. 70. A lot of them skip 70 and say 75 is sapphire, which is the blue sparkling one.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It goes 60 to 75. Yeah,
so that could be that, like, maybe 75 is the sapphire celebration.
Oh, give us diamond again, Disney. I want to buy a lot of diamond stuff if it comes back. Some people in the chat were saying that the 60th was more about guest experience than like this crazy big things coming to Disneyland. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I feel the same way about the 70th too. I think it's going to be about showcasing what's there, guest experience, making Disneyland look nice. Really showcasing the park itself. They're gonna spend a lot of money redoing these turnstiles, so they're gonna want to showcase that. I still personally think that we're in the year that they're gonna start redoing the Esplanade. I fully think, I've said it so many times on this show, I fully think the reason why we don't have Portos construction yet is because Disney's going to announce some sort of change for the Esplanade. We're already seeing it, right? The turnstiles have started construction now. I don't know if Mondo has a clip of that from any of his videos.
Yeah, but I got it right here, Dad. Right here.
There's major sections of walls in the Esplanade now for the turnstiles. So just imagine the Esplanade is dated, right? They already set the gems, the name stones in the ground that have everyone's names on them that purchased those. Those were only supposed to last 10 years. It's been like literally 25, 30 years. So those are already way beyond their time frame. The Esplanade itself is themed to a theme that no longer exists at Disneyland Resort. So it looks very dated, looks very old. And also, Mondo, I don't know if you saw this when you were doing your updates. I saw it myself this weekend, but the cast members from the current temporary Earl of Sandwich were actively moving stuff today to the temporary location next to Star Wars Trading Post. So if that's not an indicator that something's going to happen soon, I just think they're going to announce some changes for the Esplanade, and I think that's why they had to wait for Portos, is because they wanted to um, announce the updates to the Esplanade at the D23 Expo, and then put all a bunch of construction walls up at the same time.
I
And for those that didn't hear about it yet, we talked about it on, I think, last week's episode. There were permits filed to destroy the fountain in front of Libre Bakery.
Yep.
The big flower one that has the fountain in the middle that shoots up. There's permits to take that out, and that's right across from where Portos would be. So that all lines up. It all lines up.
I found a new dirt field, Danny, right here, in front of Din Tai Fung.
Yeah, that's the new entrance for Disneyland Hotel.
You're saying security's going right there?
Yeah, supposedly it's going to be a smaller, more private entrance for guests at the hotel. Because if you think about it, Disneyland Hotel is the only one that doesn't have it.
So is this like a benefit to Disneyland Hotel, I guess?
It would be. Think about it as like the one at the Grand Californian. In the morning, it's exclusive to hotel guests, but throughout the day, it's open to everyone.
That's going to be nice. I like that.
A lot of people in the chat, Mondo, are saying 70 is platinum.
Platinum? We already did platinum. Wasn't Disney 100 platinum? Am I tripping on that?
It was more like iridescent.
Iridescent?
Like the vibes
Okay.
the vibes I got from 100 were like iridescent purple.
Yeah.
Purple iridescent.
Um,
Regular Josh 1 says, we're losing that fountain. That sucks. Yeah, someone, I forgot who it was. I think Mondo shared
Wizard.
it. They posted a
Wizard.
permit.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring it up. Park Wizard. Let's see how far back he posted it, but I remember seeing it. Hold on. I know it's in here somewhere. It was like a week ago, right?
I know it was on Twitter. That's all I remember.
Oh man, how long ago was it? Damn.
It was a couple weeks ago because we talked about it last week and it was posted like before that. So.
Damn. I'm going like really far back right now. There was a permit. I think we'll just leave it at that. There was a permit. Yeah, I gotta go like super far back. Maybe. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know when that was.
Wasn't it Theme Park IQ?
Gosh, I don't know, dude. There's so many damn permits these days. Maybe it was Theme Park IQ. I don't know. I can't remember. Damn. I don't know. I can't find it right now, like off the top of my head. But there is a permit for that water fountain to be gone. I remember showing it. What was I gonna say? Hold on. My Alyssa says Mondo showed Danny the Baymax float from Tokyo. We need it so badly. Have you seen that thing, Danny?
I haven't, no.
Let me see if I could. Hold on. I know I can bring this up quick. My Alyssa. I know she sent it to me recently. And I am just struggling to find things today. Got it. I didn't even know this existed, but like it is so freaking cool, Danny. Look at this. Why don't we have Baymax doing this at every Disney park? This is Tokyo Disney Smile. Look at that.
We need that.
They just come out,
spraying water on everyone.
That's what it does. Like, dude, come on. Just look at people having fun, just cooling off. And it's just like a temporary thing.
Baymax mission cooldown.
Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't even know that existed. Like legit, I had no idea. Uh, they need to create that for every single Disney park, especially Florida. They should have that.
Especially Florida.
They should have like 5 of those that just come out and just soak everybody. All right. Anything else you wanted to get to, Danny, before I open up to
No,
Q&A?
for Disneyland, that was it. I noticed the big news I noticed was the turnstile renovations, and you showed that. It's there's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of walls coming to Disneyland. It's going to be Walls Disney for a long time. Oh, we forgot, Mondo. We talked about all those things that Disneyland's going to talk about for the 70th and plus up, and they're going to throw one more thing in that. The Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln that has the Walt Disney in it.
Yeah, and that's actually shut down right now.
And you already know if that opens with Walt Disney in it, that'll be like it's gonna be they're gonna have to have a queue set up for that because
every single Disney person will want to see that. Abraham Lincoln Moment's going to be 2 hours every damn day during the 70th. Everybody wants to see that. Especially, I don't know how they're going to have Walt talking in relation to that show. It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there was something that I wanted to talk about that I haven't got to.
So we talked about Universal and Halloween Horror Nights for those that just come in now, and then we transitioned to D23, which kind of bled into Disneyland. We covered a lot of D23, so if you guys wanted to rewatch any of that, feel free to rewind back or rewatch the replay. Before we leave and talk about Knott's at all a little bit, Mondo, when you were at Universal, besides HHN, was there any other updates that were happening there besides HHN?
Yes. Let me go to my Twitter real quick. Fast and Furious it's just stunning what's happening. I feel like once we see a little bit more track, everybody's going to be talking about this thing. Like it's going to be a big deal every day. Where is it? Gosh, I need to post these pictures. I haven't done it yet. This is what Fast and Furious looked like a couple days ago. There was a ton, most people I've seen working on the upper lot in a while.
Dang, that thing is big.
Yeah, no, dude, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Gosh, I should post. I haven't posted the photos I took today, but let me see. Hold on, Dan. I could show it from my YouTube video that I just posted. Let me see. Give me a second. There's like really great progress that's happening from like beams, the beams. Let me show this real quick. Right here. There we go. Right there. So those beams are now starting to get the concrete and stuff like that. And if those are being erected, you best believe they're going to try to connect the track from the top to the bottom. And then stuff's going to get really real because then they're just going to flush out the track throughout the rest of this thing. But they're moving, dude. I really believe by the end of the year, we might see a full-on roller coaster. I don't know about testing and stuff, but a full-on roller coaster.
And which part of the escalator are we looking at right here?
It's the very first. As soon as you go down the first level, that's that section. But what I found interesting, look how close this like beam is gonna go. I zoom in. Look right here. Let me see. Right there. Look how close that is. What the hell? I was like, I guess they wanted it to be that close to the escalators. But what I wanted to say is that's how close this roller coaster track is going to be happening in relation to this escalator. This is a wild ride coming to life. It doesn't make sense yet because we don't really have photos that Universal wants to share, but it's going to get good. It's going to get really good. All right. I just want to get into this for a little bit before we go into Q&A. If Tomorrowland is a project that is on the horizons of Disneyland, if they're trying to do changes, do you think it's a good idea to retheme Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, or Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters should stay there, Daddy? I know this topic could go into like an hour and a half conversation, but I'm just gonna focus on Astro Blaster. Astro Blaster changing, is it needed? And Galactic Grill, because it's all kind of like it's one thing right there.
I think so. I think Astro Blasters is definitely needed to be changed. Um, it's certainly fun for the kids. Kids love riding that ride, but it needs an update. It needs some 2023, 2024, 2025 technology, because it's like pretty I think it's from 2006, so it's pretty old at this point. And
Dan, that lasted a long time then, if you really think about it.
yeah, so it needs some updating. They don't necessarily have to change the ride system. They could keep it certainly the same way it is, and maybe just update like how you shoot and like targets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it can still stay. It could still stay as Buzz Lightyear. That's still very relevant to kids nowadays.
I heard a lot of people saying make it like Toy Story Universe instead. So you Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 5, you could just have it all up in there. What do you think about that? Still keep it Toy Story, but just everything, not just Astro Blaster or Buzz Lightyear. I mean,
Yeah, I could see it even becoming like a Wall-E type game. I could see it
cool.
transitioning to. I could see it transitioning to like Inside Out, even like who knows? Like there's a plethora of different ideas that you could use for an interactive game like that. Right off the bat, to me, Inside Out seems like it could be even a better fit. You know?
Yeah, some people even said Tron, and to me, I'm like, I don't want Tron as an Astro Blaster. No, thank you. I don't want that. I really don't want that. I haven't really put a lot of strong thought into what Astro Blaster can become, but man, I'm trying to really think like what would be deserving of an Astro Blaster. What about
And you mentioned it, Mondo, and we didn't talk about it yet, and we did talk about D23. You said on the horizons. Why don't you pull up the teaser that Disney posted for the presentation of the park panel on Saturday? That's from 7 to 8:30.
Let me bring that up.
It actually was titled Horizons, right? And that has a bunch of different meanings for the future. Horizons was one of the most beloved attractions at Epcot, original Epcot. And the attraction was all about the future. Obviously, horizons are when you look ahead on the horizon, it's like you look, you keep looking forward on to all the things
25 years from now.
Yeah, so Horizons has a bunch of meanings for Disney fans, and this artwork having a little bit of a retro feel to it is very like 80s, and that alone kind of harkens to Horizons, the attraction at Epcot. If you haven't already, and you don't know about it, just YouTube a video of Horizons. Like, people are obsessed with that ride. They wish that it still existed in Epcot, but it doesn't. But yeah, there's a bunch of things here. There's 2 new ships. We see iconography, from a bunch of different Disney parks. We see Disney California Adventure. We see Animal Kingdom. We see all the castles from all the parks. We see Hollywood Studios, Walt Disney Studios Park with the water tower. So we see basically everything covered right there. Oh, there is new with his new haircut.
Look at his haircut. I gotta hit the applause, Danny. That's his favorite.
He loves the applause.
Do you think we should look deeper into Horizons, or this is just like a preview? It's not necessarily like kind of like break this down. You know, we got DCA, Animal Kingdom, and all that good stuff.
I think it's just a preview. It was a really cool way, and we can probably expect a lot of merch or even the print of this being sold on stuff inside D23 in the Mickey's of Glendale store, right? Since this is about Imagineering. I would love a shirt that says Horizons and has that on there. So I know a lot of people will probably want that too. So I feel like we can expect merch with this stuff on it. But
Yeah. Let me back up real quick. We got Wayne Pratt, 14 months of membership. Thank you, Wayne. Do you know if the Blvd brothers will have a show or panel at Midsummer? And if what day? I haven't had a chance to look deep into scheduling and all that of Midsummer, but I feel like from the feedback that they had last year, I'm almost positive they're going to have a panel or just a big screening of something this year. Blvd Brothers is like a must-do for Midsummer Scream. I finally did it last year because my sister really wanted to do it, and it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. The Blvd Brothers, they even had a humongous meet and greet stand at the entrance of Midsummer. So I will say yes, Wayne. I don't know for certain, but my heart from just seeing all the feedback from last year, yes. But thank you for 14 months. Also, too, we got Anthony, 22 months. Oh, my Lanta. Great live. Only a few more months till spooky season. Let's go. Also, going to Disneyland the week after Deadpool release. Do you think he will come to Avenger Campus?
Mondo doesn't have any faith in Avengers Campus anymore. No, honestly, these movies have big budgets for marketing, so we haven't seen a lot of new entertainment come anywhere. But if there was a time for new entertainment and new character meet and greets to come, it would be during a marketing period where Disney could get the studios to pay for the meet and greets in the park. So I would say yes too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I think the I don't want to say it's easy, but Deadpool for sure. I feel like I could see that happen. But the Wolverine, I feel like that's gonna be the more tougher one to come to life. Is Wolverine gonna have his claws? Is Wolverine gonna have like a mask on? No mask on? What is that actor gonna look like? Is he gonna be jacked? I hope both come to the campus, but I haven't heard anything. But it will be exciting if they come. I just want to throw this out there. I think it's really half-ass if these characters come and they're just meet and greet. I am so over that. Bring them as entertainment. Give them a show. Have them do a skit, audio, something. Something more than just bringing them as a meet and greet. And recently, let me give you an example, Danny. I gotta give you an example, dude. I'm over here ranting. I gotta give an example. Hold on. Stand by. Let me give you a perfect example of a character that came, and he was the entertainment. He literally, his first time debuting is the freaking entertainment. He is. Look at this. This dude is literally the entertainment. He came with the whole show, a whole setup. Let's soak the crowd, have fun, dance, skit. Look at him. Just, dude, embarrassing. I'm sick of just meet and greet. Look at this. And he's a meet and greet if I'm not mistaken. Come on, man. This is just too good.
It was the first time we ever had Rex, right?
Yeah, I've never seen Rex. So cool, dude. I just want Deadpool, Wolverine to fight, I guess. Talk to each other, say some funny stuff, cuss. Because it seems like cussing is a big deal in this movie. That's all I'm saying. Master Joda super chatting. Good to see you Saturday. I had the Not Like Us shirt. Let's go. Hey, I hope you had a good trip, my friend. Thank you, Master Joda. Appreciate you. Also, too, we got another super chat from Ian Grimm. Change Buzz Lightyear to Alien.
I don't think so.
Do it.
Yeah, we had another good suggestion from Kimberly Moore in the chat. I've lost it now, but she said change it to Lilo and Stitch. I would love that, but I don't know that kids nowadays would really resonate with that. So
Well, the kids today are the adults, Danny. Those are the real kids these days. Let's just ask. Does that make sense? A Lilo and Stitch Astro Blaster style game?
yeah,
I'm going to say it does too. Just throwing it out there. I think it makes sense. Galactic Grill.
they have plasma blasters that literally look exactly like the guns on that ride.
Yeah, it does. Galactic Grill becoming Lilo and Stitch theme too. I'm down with that. Get Alien Pizza Planet out of here. Bring something new. Yeah, I don't think Alien. I for some reason I feel like Disney doesn't want to go back to that IP in the park. Alien seems a little more California Adventure, right? Do you feel that way?
I don't know. Alien seems a little too adult. Period. For like anything that's not like Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. My Alyssa says, I always question myself this. Are we sure that Hong Kong Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland are not owned by Disney like Tokyo? Because they're killing the game with entertainment. They're just on another level. Just on another level. I think at the same time too, we're different trajectories. They're more new compared to the original. So I don't know. Things are more stuck in their ways out here. All right, I'm gonna end our part of Speculation Sunday. I want to open up Q&A from you guys. Post in the comments. You guys have any questions, topics that you would like us to dive into from your guys' end? Let's chat for maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we'll fire it down. So right now, if you have a chance, post your comment, post your questions. Let's do it. What were we gonna say, Daddy?
We had some people post questions earlier when they thought that you were starting the live stream question segment.
Yeah.
Bippity Boppity Boosh put in a question. Darn it, I'm late, but I had a D23 question. Do you know when they share the event map, or have they already, and I just can't find it? Just go to the D23 website. They have a bunch of maps on there already. They've got parking maps. They've got event maps, but I don't think they have anything listed inside just yet. In fact, just make sure that you guys have the D23 app downloaded, whether it's on Android or iPhone. It doesn't have the expo stuff in there yet, but they're going to update it soon so that it will. So expect that update to drop on there ASAP. And then when it does, all the maps will be available inside the app. So, but there is no like D23 Expo app anymore. It's just like the D23 app. So like right now, if you download it, it's just kind of like general D23 stuff, like for normal like stuff that's going on with the D23 fan club. But the Expo stuff will come soon. So make sure you have it downloaded. That's probably what I would say. And then the next question, Mondo, came from Mark C. He said, if T-Pad is not Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what other properties would be on your wish list and would have a facade like that?
Honestly, Terrifier, but it looks nothing like Terrifier. I don't know what to think of that T-Pad behind Transformer Maze. I'm just I think on that one, I don't want to dig too deep. I'm just gonna be surprised with whatever comes to life. But that speculation map we saw earlier hasn't missed, so it's probably gonna be Texas Chainsaw. But I'm just leaving it at that. I hope it gets announced this week. We'll see. Do you think they could ever bring another entertainment show to GG/Tomorrowland? What's GG? I don't know what
GG?
Yeah, I don't know what GG is. Good game, sir. Launch Bay? No. I don't know what GG, but Tomorrowland, another entertainment show to Tomorrowland. What? I guess it would have to be dance parties, right?
I think they meant Galactic Grill,
Oh,
like where the
Galactic
stage
Grill.
is.
Okay. Galactic
Yeah,
Grill
yeah, yeah.
stage. I I know Disneyland probably don't want to hear this, but bring back Star Wars stuff to that stage. It would be great. They had the Star Wars training. What's that? What's that crazy dance show that's Star Wars? What's that called again? They had it in
Star Wars.
Florida. They had it in Florida.
Well, that was for Star Wars weekends. That's totally different.
Yeah, but I want it, Danny. I want it. I don't care anymore. What is it called? Galactic or the too legit, too quick, and it's like Darth Maul dancing.
That was like fan put on. There's no way that would ever happen.
No, that was real. That was
I know,
real.
but it was put on like Star Wars weekends when they did that. The dancing like Darth Maul and all that stuff. That's put on by like fans. So
What?
yeah, because it's a Star Wars. It was a Star Wars celebration inside Hollywood Studios on the weekends, and they have like the 501st. Like they had parades. Like they do all the. It's like all like it was a bunch of like Star Wars fandom coming together to put on this stuff. It wasn't like Disney didn't have like an official show where they had like dancing. I know it was in the park, right, and it's on the stage there next to Star Tours.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like an official show like that happened for guests. It was just guests there for Star Wars like weekends.
It was called Dance Off with the Stars, or what the heck?
Mondo just wants lightsaber training back.
Yeah. Damn, I thought this thing had like a name. Hyperspace Hoopla. Hyperspace Hoopla. That's what I want to come to Tomorrowland. Hyperspace Hoopla. All the dance parties they're having currently are cool, but nothing compares to Hyperspace Hoopla. Please bring it to Disneyland. The powers that be, I don't know who you are, but make it happen, man. It'd be a lot of fun. Has there been any rumors regarding the Weekend House? That seems to have gone cold. It's only gone cold because those doors have been closed, so you can't see in there. But those rumors are still strong, in my opinion. Do we have an opening date for Critter Country? Do we get that at D23? Oh, I don't want to hear that at D23, but what do you think, Daddy? Do we get that at D23, Critter Country?
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. But it'll be for like Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I don't think it'll be. I think Critter Country, like the bridge, will open up before then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Is Porto's moving to Tortilla Joe's?
No.
It's still La Brea Bakery at by the Esplanade. That's so like Danny said a while ago in the live. There's some major construction coming to Esplanade. It's going to happen. We're already seeing it. There's walls. It just hasn't gone that way by La Brea just yet.
And they were moving stuff today to the new Earl of Sandwich. So
yeah. Any rumors on Haunted Mansion possibly opening up early? Yes, the rumors are very strong that it opens in July. In July, not August. A lot of people are saying August, but we're hearing because the big day, Danny, for anniversary of Haunted is August 9th. So they want it open by then. That's what we're thinking. Michael, do you think the Golden Horseshoe will bring back live entertainment? I miss the days of Billy Hill and the Hillbillies. I'm gonna
not
go.
anytime soon. They just sunset the piano player in there.
I'm gonna go with I don't think so. Maybe for the 70th, I could see that happen, but from now till then, probably nothing, which is very sad.
Yeah, and to go back to the person that asked about Tortilla Joe's, Disney already told us what Tortilla Joe's is going to be. It's going to be a barbecue / steakhouse. So half of the location is going to be a steakhouse, and the other half is going to be a barbecue joint. So there's technically two locations coming to Tortilla Joe's, not Porto's.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm just Ewok dance party. Yep, that would be incredible. Let me see. I'm just going through.
Do you think Mondo Disney uses part of the D23 announcement period to tell us the names of the restaurant that's going into the steakhouse since they haven't told us yet?
Gosh. Honestly, I don't think they
We're getting
wasted
this
time.
new
That's going to be a
steakhouse.
Parks blog. That's a Parks blog. That's like Parks blog news. D23, I want like, we're doing a cruise line from San Diego only. New cruise ship. Tomorrowland's going to look like this. You know what I mean? Avatar ride.
We have computer animated on ride footage of Avatar, the Way of Water.
Yeah, I want Josh to legit be like, dude. If Josh did this, it would be epic. It'd be like, you see this concept art right here. This S is gonna look just like that when the ride opens. We're gonna this freaking concept art right here. This is literally what the ride is gonna look like. We're not gonna do Communicore Hall and just slam the freaking mic. Boom! Thank you, everybody. Go home. That's what I want him to do. I just want him, I want Josh to like yell in the mic. Just give it to us. Give us the news. Oh man, that's what I want, Danny. That's what I want. We got a super chat from N Rod 23. Hey Monjo, Danny, I have a theory. Do you think they could use the ancient sanctum for a Deadpool and Wolverine show since they are traveling through portals in the trailer? Incredible. Thank you for dropping 10, N Rod. That I didn't even think of it that way, but that would be a great spot. In a sense, like a multiverse portal opened, they come out, maybe they fight with each other. I want some cussing and some bleeping, and I guess start the meet and greets after. Hey, I would not complain if they did that. That would be awesome.
We have a good question, Mondo, in the chat from Palm Tree 150. Any news from Knott's? Did we talk about Knott's today? We didn't talk about Knott's.
I don't have anything.
We don't even have any announcements for Scary Farm.
Yeah, no, there's no announcements. The only thing from Knott's, my mom today, she went and had a lot of foods from the tasting tabs, and she enjoyed them. Actually, I'll show you. I have a picture on my Instagram story. Me and Danny need to go do that still. I have a full tasting tab thing.
I know, we were supposed to do that this weekend.
Let me go back, Danny. Okay, so I have a couple things to say about Summer Nights food. This right here, this is the Gobinator. And my mom and dad, they said that this Gobinator was so good that they ate the first taco without taking a picture. So that's why she was like, that's why there's only one taco there. But she said, super recommend the Gobinator. I think the Gobinator shrimp, if I'm not mistaken. And then they also got these two. Look at these tasting tabs. Like, when did not step up their tasting tab game out of nowhere? They said that these were delicious. I can't tell you exactly what these are, but they look good. And to hear shrimp be good at Knott's, that's very surprising. But my mom's very picky. My mom and dad are very picky. They loved it. They loved the Summer Nights tasting tabs. Except the churro. That was the one to just stay away. Do not even try the churro. Are they announcing new things that involve Disneyland Forward? Nobody knows. We could only assume. But at the same time, I've been to enough D23s where they just start yipping and yapping. And by the time you know it, they've talked about Walt Disney World for 40 minutes. So I don't even try. I don't know. I go in D23 with a grain of salt at the parks and just hope they dedicate 20 minutes to Disneyland. Because that's probably how. I don't even think they're ready to talk about Disneyland Forward, honestly. So, let me see. Last question of the day, Danny. Will Knott's ever reopened Mystery Lodge. I never got to see it. I went over to find Bigfoot in the waterfall, and my friend spotted it right away while I was squinting at the waterfalls. Does Bigfoot still exist, that animatronic? Does he still move or do it? I haven't been on that ride in a long time. That's a great question. Does Cedar Fair / Six Flags Corporation, or whatever they call themselves, do they open Mystery Lodge, Danny? Do you have any faith? Do they even care? We know it works. They did it for Scary Farm, or is it more a money thing? They don't care to spend money on that thing.
I don't know. I have no idea why they're not bringing it back. Everyone was saying at first, I think Mice Chat even said that it was because the technology that was used to make the special effects in the show was like something that they could no longer get fixed because the company that like made it like went out of business. But then they had it fixed and working for the Scary Farm show that went in there, and it used those special magical effects. So we know it's working. We know it's fixed.
I don't even think during that Scary Farm season they had issues. It always worked.
Yeah. So and I just checked right now on Not Scary Farm's website, Mondo, just to kind of give everyone an update.
Yeah.
They aren't selling tickets for Scary Farm, at least from what I can see. You can't buy anything just yet. But they are still selling Scary Farm as a season pass add-on. It hasn't sold out yet. It's still available for you to select.
I need to do that.
And it's $155 for unlimited visits to Scary Farm during the whole entire season. If you have
I gotta
any
get on
pass.
that. I gotta get on that.
It will sell out very soon, so get it.
Closing thoughts, Danny. Closing thoughts on everything.
Man, there's still so much more to talk about for D23, and I think we'll definitely do more about it as we get closer when we find out more information. We definitely have a lot more to talk about for both Halloween Horror Nights and Scary Farm. I really hope that you guys get some great news. Yeah, and Fright Fest. I really hope you guys get some great news at Midsummer, especially for Knott's. So that we can talk more about that, because I love when we have our haunt focused sex speculations. So
yeah, we're close. My closing thoughts: very excited for Midsummer Scream. It's really heating up. We're about 2 Fridays away, which is not that long, and at the same time, all these theme parks and other haunts throughout all California, they can't wait to talk about all these surprises and announcements that they're going to make, and I can't wait to react and make lots of content off these things, because it's going to be a fun conversation where we're talking about factual things, no longer speculation. We're in the fact thing. So we'll see how all these lineups play out for all these theme parks and Disneyland. I can't wait to get Haunted Mansion news, and we actually get back on the Haunted Mansion. Because we're hearing lots of changes happened inside the Haunted Mansion, and I can't wait to, what changed? I want to see what changed. So we'll see. But thank you, Danny. One more time, where can people find you, your podcast, upcoming content? Let the people know before we fire it down.
Yeah, you can find me and follow me on every social media under Just Ask Danny, including my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting some D23 prep videos. I've done those in the past. They've done really well. People really like those. So I know people have a lot of first timers going to D23. So I want to put those up so people can get prepared for that. And then I also have a podcast episode coming out this week that will also be all about D23. So if you have any questions, send in your questions via email to Danny at justaskdanny.com. Again, Danny at justaskdanny.com. I'd love to do a Q&A segment in the D23 episode so that we can answer some questions that people have. So definitely check those out.
Heck yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Smash the like button. Let's get to 600 likes, whatever it is. We got a lot of people in here. Thank you all the people in Twitter watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much to all the new members, longtime members here on Five Fires YouTube. All right, everybody. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay. It just says Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.